The senior members of our community can inspire us in very special ways, so we wanted to hear what they thought about hope, for themselves and for their families.
I decided that hope was the confident expectation of something good going to happen. That's what I see in my life. That despite circumstances and tragedies, and that somehow hope springs up in your heart that the things are going to get better, that it all is not downhill or...
I think back to when I was a child, and the concept of hope matures as you get older, I think, fortunately. As when I was a child, I would hope that we had chicken for dinner on Sunday, or I'd hope that I'd grow up to be a fighter pilot. And as we progress through life, some of those understandings about hope mature, and we perhaps hope for different things. But I think generally there is a sense of uncertainty, because it's something we hope for. It's not necessarily something we're sure we're going to achieve.
There's something about an old, wrinkly person that children love. They love their granddads, who they know have been strong men and have done all that stuff, and all the sports and all the things that they've done. And so I think there's a huge sense of security in that for boys, to have a grandfather that is engaged in their lives. And they like grandmothers that are sort of like a pillow that they can put their head on, and someone who always thinks they're wonderful, even when their parents have told them they're not.
We could make a difference on a one-to-one basis. We could be open to opportunities and not miss them. Fulfill those opportunities of being able to just speak to people.
The primary thing you do is just to listen and love them. And if you can help in any way, you do. And you can share how you feel, but have to be very careful here, because you can't take over what they're saying. Mm-hmm. You've got to listen to them and reach out to them. Whether you do that physically, you can with some, but you can reach out spiritually somehow or other.
I would say if everybody do their part, it is in your daily walk. It's a way that you cross somebody's path. You don't sometimes even have to say one word, but you can be the light and you can become the hope, because people get to know you. Okay. They know that you have got something, a substance, in which you can stand fast.
There is a way, I find, of doing things. There's a way of passing things over. Not in a teaching way, but just in a caring way. And I think that now we're talking about hope, and I believe that you don't even have to use that word in an instance like this, but there's something within the contact that you have does give hope.
I think it's contagious. I think it's caught. I think it's like laughter. It's just caught. I mean, something in a person's spirit catches the light from someone else's, because, if you're happy, people around you will be happy to some degree, maybe not as happy as you are, but it is contagious, I think. And even if they're in the depths of despair, the fact that they know that there's someone there that has held on gives them courage to do the same, I think. And so it happens, yes, it just ignites.
One of the things that I've noticed over the years in my work with people from many different countries and many different cultures is how many more things there are that bind us together than force us apart. And I think often that's not realised because we don't actually spend enough time together, and we don't create opportunities for people of different cultures and different beliefs to spend time together. When we do, my observations have been that we discover that there are so many things in which we're similar. We all love, we all care about our children, we all have things that we find funny or things that we find sad. And I think it's in reaching out to other people and sharing with other people that we are ourselves enriched enormously, and we then begin to sense that there is perhaps greater hope, because there are not these huge divisions that we have been led to believe exist between different peoples and different cultures and different parts of the world. That right down at the very basic level, there are many things that bring us together, and I find that hopeful.